What's up, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be replacing the upper timing chain cover on this 2017 Audi Q5 2.0T. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and stick around. You're going to want to watch this whole video. The first step to removing this timing chain cover is you have to remove this connector. You take this little gray piece right here and slide it back. So it comes back, and then you're going to push in, squeeze it together, and pull it apart. Then just tuck that back here. Okay, next we're going to take a T30 and take out this screw right here. Okay, next you're going to want to remove these 3 T30s. You're going to need a small T30 like this that'll fit in there. Okay, what I do is I take an 8mm wrench. If you have a box end wrench, it's a lot easier. Put it on to where it's going to loosen, and then just slide it in there. There's the top one. The bottom one, you can't, when you have this plastic adjuster, you can't see it, so it's a little harder. Okay, now just take your T30 and just pull all 3 of those screws out. This bottom one that you can't really see, the easiest way to get to it, for me anyway, is use your right hand and kind of reach in this way. Feel around until you can figure out where it actually is. And there's that one. If you're prone to dropping stuff, you might want to take your engine under tray out first. Okay, now we're going to remove the cam adjuster. Careful not to break it, it's plastic. Don't force this, just take it out easily. Should come out pretty easy once you get it moving. Okay, next you're going to want to remove these 5 10mm bolts. There's one here. There's this one right here that has your fake oil tube, dipstick tube in the way. You're just going to have to pull that out of your way, or you can remove this. I'm going to try to do it with just pulling it out of the way. Yeah, I'm able to get just enough clearance pulling it back. Okay, get that one loose. Might need a longer ratchet for these bottom ones. This is just a Harbor Freight ratchet. It's pretty long. I think it's I don't know, 14 inches or 16 inches or something. I'm able to get to every bolt with it. That's good. Once you've loosened those bolts, just go ahead and pull them out. Doesn't matter what order. Finish pulling it out by hand. From here you should just be able to pull your cover off. I had to pull them on a little bit. It popped. My camera wasn't running, but it just pops right out. Now take a clean shop towel and clean everywhere your gasket is going to touch. Make sure you get stuff like this off. That's around the area it was leaking from before, and that's just cooked on oil. I ended up spraying Simple Green on this rag and rubbing it off with that. Don't scrape it with a tool because you can gouge it, leave a scratch. But what it appears to be is where the cam tray meets the block. I think the sealant they used just leaked in from the factory, so I'm just cleaning that off. And I'm going to change my oil immediately after I do this job, so I'm not too worried about Simple Green getting into the engine, but still try to get as little in as possible. You don't want Simple Green in your engine. Okay, the new timing chain cover that I got came with this bolt not installed for some reason, so I just had to install it. But make sure that they pop through where the gasket is so that it seals correctly when you put it on. But make sure all 5 bolts are sealed. And then just go ahead and slide your timing cover on. Getting one bolt started so it doesn't drop. Okay, now when you're putting your cover on, make sure that this front gasket where the cam adjuster is seals. Get in there pretty good. Then just go through and hand tighten all these bolts. Don't get them real tight, you're just trying to get it to your cover to seat. I'll put the torque specs on the screen once you're ready to tighten them. And also put the pattern to tighten it in. Since the torque is so low, it's 9 Newton meters, which is about 6.6 foot-pounds. Be real careful not to over tighten these. Also, you don't want to leave them too loose. But as you're hand tightening them, even go in the pattern that I just put on the screen. Okay, now that I got it tight with just my hands, I'm going to go through with the socket. And I'm going to get as tight as I can, just barehanded with the socket, going in the pattern. The 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the star pattern that I put on the screen, and then we'll go to tightening it with the ratchet. Can't really show you tightening the bottom ones, but I'm just tightening them like this. Not as tight as I can get them, but pretty tight, just so I know that this is seated all the way before I go to torquing it. I like to go through the sequence 2 or 3 times with just the socket before I go to the wrench, or before I put the ratchet on it, just to make sure that it's all the way seated. I'm pretty sure I'm always seated, but I don't know, maybe not. That's why I like to go over it. Okay, now I'm pretty much seated, so now I can put the ratchet on and tighten it down. Now the manual says 6.6 pounds or 9 Newton meters. I don't have a torque wrench that goes that low, so I'm just doing it I feel. Okay, once you get all those torqued down, you're going to replace your cam adjuster. Make sure you clean this off really well. You know, because you had an oil leak, or I had an oil leak. It was actually leaking from this and the top of the cam cover. So I cleaned mine off real good. Actually, I'm going to clean it off a little bit more, and then I'm going to get it back on. Put this back in. Get the bolt started so it doesn't fall. Definitely don't tighten this first one too much, because you want to get to the harder bolts. You want it to be able to move around if you need it to. It's not really moving around, but you know what I mean. And if the bolts don't go in real easy, you're cross-threading. Don't do that. You should be able to tighten it with just your hand. Try to get this last one. It's hard to see. Actually went in pretty easy. I thought I was gonna have trouble with that one, but that one went easy as the other ones. All right, now just go ahead and tighten them with just your little bit here, T30. And these are going to torque down the same. They're going to be 9 Newton meters. When I'm using this, I actually get them as tight as I possibly can with just my hands. And that just ensures that they're all seated before I go to tightening them with the wrench. And again, you don't want to strip these. It's hard to find this last one. There we go. And then you're just going to lightly tighten it. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but well, I'm going to have to go get that. Always have a magnet on hand in case you drop your tools. Now you're going to put in this bolt right here. It's the first bolt you took out. It's right where my finger is. I'm pointing at it. It's hard to get it on video. You're going to want to torque this to 9 Newton meters. I'm just going to hand tighten it. Not hand tighten it, but tighten up this ratchet. But you don't want to strip the aluminum. So it doesn't need to be that tight. It's not holding your engine together. Now you're going to want to plug this connector back in. Make sure you hear it click, and then push this tab back in. Now just run your car, drive it, make sure, check for oil leaks when you're done. And if there's no oil leaks, you're good. If not, tighten it down. Try, going through the pattern again. But I doubt there will be. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. And please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.